YouTube, welcome back to Tamara's Tarot Oracle channel. As you can see in the background is my little miniature dachshund Daisy. Say hi, Daisy. Hello. She just woke up, so she's a little bit out of sorts. I wanted to share with you one of my latest decks that I'm really excited about finally having. I watched a great video from Kelly's Truth and Story. There's a bunch of videos actually up on YouTube in regards to this particular deck. And it's funny because I never thought I would be interested in it. I'm not so much into the darker decks. And this one, although a darker deck, isn't dark per se. Like, it's not creepy dark. It's not unsettling dark. It's not like I dread use it. I mean, like I don't want to use it because it gives me the willies. So without much further ado, it is none other than Baba Studios, the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. And I have to say, I freaking love this deck. Now, there's a little bit of a tear. You can't really see it, but I emailed Baba Studios, and I believe her name is Kathy from Baba Studios, was super helpful and great, what do you call it? Service, personal service or whatever, public service. I can't even think of what it is. But anyway, so she's sending me a new box because I mentioned that there is a little bit of rip in it. And I'm super, like, when I get something that's brand new, I want it to look immaculate. Whatever I do to it thereafter is whatever, it happens. But I'd like it to come looking absolutely pristine. And these things happen. And so customer service, oh my God, I couldn't think what it was. Camera goes on and mine goes blank. But anyway, so the new box should be arriving hopefully next week. Yeah, so it's a great box, super sturdy, as has been mentioned in other videos. No easy. And it opens like a book, which is super cool. And so Baba Studios, they make really high quality decks. So I own their Flower Oracle, which I should do a video review on because it's beautiful and it's based on JJ Granville's illustrations, and it's just, yeah. And this would be the first actual tarot deck that I own from Baba Studio. So I got on the bandwagon a little later than some. I fell in love with the Victorian Romantic. And so that's coming back into print in their third edition with the metallic overlay in the spring of 2018. So I have already pre-ordered it. I did not waste any time. And I know there's like the first edition, second edition, the gold edition gilded, and the pocket size. Like there's all these, and you can't get them. I mean, you can get them secondhand or possibly brand new, but I mean, it's really expensive. And the most I have spent, I shouldn't probably admit that, but I will spend a bit of money on certain decks. It's kind of my weakness, Some females spend money on clothing or makeup, me, it's with tarot decks. So, and yeah, it was just like $200-300 up, and it was like, oof, okay. And then I saw that they're coming out with a third edition. So I just have to be patient and wait till the spring. And right now it's December. So, I mean, it's coming, right? So yeah, I'm really excited. And I think with every edition, they just improve it that much more from what I've seen on videos. I would love to have the first or second edition, or the gold gilded edition, or even the pocket size. I mean, everything was out of print, sold out. The thing with these decks is that they become a collectible, and they only make so many copies. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to find them, you have to really search high and low, eBay, maybe Amazon, but more like eBay and stuff. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get back to the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. I really, really like this deck, and it's so like spot on. It's crazy. And so I've been hearing from, Kelly's Truth and Story and some other videos that mentioned that it has like a very cheeky kind of, comical, like sense of humor, a bit of a mischievous and silly kind of, sense of humor. And so it's not like this daunting deck where it's super serious and kind of, scary and all that. And I mean, there's some dark decks out there, and I sort of felt like this energy that it didn't quite jive with me. But this one is so much fun. It is a fun deck. It is dark, and it does certainly delve into the shadow aspects of things, which I like and I think is so important. It's great to have positive decks. It's great, but it's great to have decks for all sorts of things. I have definitely found as I've, gone along my journey of tarot and all that, that different decks shed light on different perspectives of the meanings of the cards, and just it sort of add that new layer, like another layer to what I already know to be what each card means and signifies and all that. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate getting a new take or new perspective on something that I have a fairly good, solid, somewhat solid footing on, but just to kind of add a little bit more zest to it. And I really like that. And just getting new decks now, and I've ordered like a few, and I kind of, but I don't want to say what they are yet. I'll make videos and stuff. And but yeah, so getting back to this, it comes with a little white book, and I like that it's just a few keywords. Like sometimes I get really bad at reading the whole book, and I like something that's a little quicker to get to know the cards, and it kind of leaves more room for my interpretation and more intuitive, that kind of thing, like prompting and that. Yeah, so it's a little white book. It's just in English, and it's 32 pages. I'm not sure if you can see that. My camera's a little bit fuzzy. And the cards are gorgeous. Like the cardstock quality is, yeah. So this is inside the box. One of the cards got stuck. Whoops. It's not coming out. It's the title card. Doesn't matter. It's the title card, the Bohemian Gothic 3rd edition by Alex Bukalov and Karen Mahoney. Copyright 2013. All rights reserved. Okay, so Baba Studios or baba/store.com or facebook.com//Baba Studios. Anyway, that's the inside of the box. I love this box. Awesome. I love it when they come with their own compact, I prefer boxes to bags. I just find it just more secure. Anyway, the card stock is phenomenal. They are thin, flexible, but they feel like, I don't know, velvet in your hand, I would describe it as. Hold on a second. Some are turned around here because I pulled some cards earlier. And like I said, they're spot on. Like I connected with these instantly. Like I didn't think I would. I didn't know how I was going to feel. And I don't know. I love the Victorian era. And so I love Gothic romance. And I'm thinking, well, why not? Like, I'm just going to, go for it. And I was very pleasantly surprised. So, I mean, this is still my first impressions because I've only had it for a week, just over maybe less than 2 weeks. And I've used it a little bit, but I mean, I can't really say that I've used it a whole lot, but just from the times I have used it, it's just really cool. Like it's really poignant and it's really like on point, which I know at least from Wild Woman, Moon Woman. Gosh, why am I like totally, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she says that a lot. And this would be a great way to describe this particular deck. The backing is beautiful. It's not doing it any justice in this camera, unfortunately, so I do apologize for that. The lighting in that. Wild Moon Woman. Am I saying it right? At least, I'm sorry. If you even watched this video, do apologize. But you are somebody that I watch quite often. So, yeah. So it's beautiful backing. And the cards are dark. Now, as I noticed in other videos in like the first and second edition, they're even darker than this. So I'm actually glad this edition came out, and it seems to be the lighting, like the way that they've depicted or captured the shadows and the light, and it's just beautifully done. Now it's a collage deck, but it's done so, there's a little bit of chipping in some of but that's the thing with it's borderless, by the way. And that's the thing with borders. They protect the image itself. I prefer borderless any day. And there's no copyright, which is great as well. So as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, anyway, this is the Moon card. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, and I think it is one of the favorites among many. I think that's beautiful. That really captures this ominous kind of emotional you know, mysterious, mystical feel or vibe that the moon card is known for. I love that. The wolf has a little bit of blood. Like, I don't mind a little bit of blood in that. Like, I know there's some vampire decks out there and they're fun and everything. I just never saw myself getting something like this. I don't know. I feel like as you go along your journey, you sort of open your mind to new experiences, and through new imagery, like artistry and that, you're able to experience, you know, nuances and little things like that you never did before, and that you can't really experience to its full capacity or full potential with just one deck. So that's why to have many decks is great, because it just sort of complements one another and you know, gives you just a deeper insight to all that. So yeah, the moon is gorgeous. What was I gonna say? I love the Nine of Swords. This probably might just be my favorite Nine of Swords of any deck. I love that Victorian looking. Oh yeah, I was saying something about it being a collage. And I'm not like it, you know, I say I'm not really a fan of digital decks like that where they look too real, the humans, the faces and collage. It just depends on the way it's been done. Really, it really just depends. And I love the way they've done this one. It's quite seamless and beautiful. And I love that all her fears and all her nightmares, you know, are sort of blown up in her mind, but it's her mind making them seem a lot worse than they actually are. And she needs to kind of grab a hold of those anxieties and of all those, you know, those fears and doubts and things like that, and face them so she can triumph over them and not let them take over and destroy her mental state. So it's a really great card for the Nine of Swords. Okay, this guy's so creepy. I would say out of the entire deck, he probably creeps me out the most. The Seven of Wands, but he's like kind of harmless creepy. If you really take a look and see the card up close, like he's just like leave me alone, kind of warding off the attackers, but he's not like doing it in a super menacing or aggressive way, but still kind of creepy. Yeah, these cards are really nice. They're a little bit bigger. I don't have another card to measure, like compare it to, and I should have brought another deck, but I'm in my basement and all my decks are upstairs in my bedroom. But I mean, I can shuffle them, and this is the Four of Wands. They're just asking to be attacked by vampires and werewolves. It has a sense of humor, right? It's a very, but it's, yeah. And I did an interview with this, and I'm gonna cut and paste my deck interview at the bottom of my video in the description section, because I had a lot of fun interviewing this deck, and cards were just shooting out left, right, and center. So every card I think that answered each question was a card that shot out. So its energy it's like being cheeky. It's like, yeah, well, here it is. So yeah. Okay, I don't want to make this such a long video. It's already nearing 15 minutes. I highly recommend. Oh, I got this card recently. I love it. Illusion and Delusion. She's drinking blood and looking a little bit mad, you know, like a little bit, yeah, thirst, or what do you call it? Like she can't quite quench her thirst. She's a little bit insatiable thirst or whatever. I love Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this makes me think of Renfield, who believed that eating spiders and all those kinds of things would bring him closer to the Count and make him immortal. And well, if you know the story, that didn't quite work out in his favor. There's so many great cards. There are other videos for walkthroughs throughout the entire deck. I really like this deck, I have to say. Here's Nosferatu, looking quite besotted. With the Queen of Cups. He's eyeing her neck, adorned by a choker. Yeah, so she's in big trouble there. I don't know. Yeah, this is, oh, I love, this is probably one, if not my favorite, or if not my favorite, then one of my favorite world cards. I love that. It's very beautiful. That Victorian-esque. Yeah, I just love that. It's a dark time period. I mean, I was watching Penny Dreadful. I didn't actually finish the show. It was a little bit too dark and gruesome, and I don't really mind that, but it was just becoming too much. And it's a good show, certainly, but I think I'm not going to say anything in case you ever want to see it. But just from what I saw, it was very well done, no question. But definitely dark and gruesome, and it kind of started to take its toll. So I gave it a bit of a break, but then I never got back to it. I love the High Priestess. I got her recently. Yeah. Okay. The Five of Swords. Yeah, I think he's at an advantage, I would definitely say. I think Daisy went back to sleep. Yeah, under the stairwell. Oh, this is one of my favorite strength cards, and I know a favorite of many. Very powerful. Those black bat wings. Anyway, I better end this video. So that was just a glimpse into the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Highly recommend this deck. It's a Baba Studios production, so their quality is top notch. And I can't wait to collect more of their decks. And now that I'm on the bandwagon, I'm gonna be following them quite closely. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my video. And this is Tamara's Tarot Oracle, and I will see you guys very soon. Okay, bye.